very quickly, and then luckily I was able to get my milk production back, and we went for another like year. But it's sad because I look back at that time where I stressed myself out so crazy.
How was it when they were teething?
When my kids were teething?
Breastfeeding.
Painful.
Yeah, I can't even
For a short
imagine.
time, sometimes, then you get used to it. But the weird thing is the teeth made my nipples look weird. My nipples are just finally getting back to like
their
normal
shape.
shape.
Got saggy?
I was just gonna say, remember we were talking about the other day, and so like I like to like perk my nipples up anytime I want to actually look at them, because I'm like, I nursed for a really long time. Like when they look right, they look great, but when they're like not ready, like hold on, I'm not ready yet.
Gotta adjust.
Wait, hold on. Beep 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 beep. Tune
Wake
into
up.
Tokyo. Tune into Tokyo.
Right, wake up. That's so funny.
So whoever just came on to this part of the
Live.
third live, they're like, why is she tweaking her own nipples right now? Gotta rewind it. So anyways, yeah. I want to dab.
Right there?
I'm ready to Girl, this
Tan
is
for you.
tan. This is tan.
That's not tan. Tell you what, I'm actually like whiter than a natural redhead. Really. Like, I compared my life whiter than she was. Somehow. I don't even know how that works, but that is.
That was a big one.
Don't
too.
cry. Don't cry.
No, Dad, you need some water. Drink some water, honey.
That's not gonna help. It's the burn in the lungs. Oh shit.
That's so funny. I know.
Holy
those are looking
shit.
pretty
I
damn cute
think-
today.
I think I need to dab more often just to stay in the know. Damn.
I think you just took a really big dab, though.
You did.
She thought she was brown. That's what we call her.
Clearly I underestimated myself. Do we have any tissue up in? I gotta dry it. Like then. Ah! It fell! Shit.
Just
I
don't
fucked
rub
my
it in.
makeup up.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I
yeah,
did.
yeah. Tap, tap, tap.
Alright. Fan it.
Oh my goodness. So funny.
That.
Woo!
She said
God
I
damn.
suggest overdoing it.
Seriously, that was good.
Looks good.
And you know what else is gonna be really good? Those tacos that are coming later are gonna be like,
Ooh. Okay, so it's Taco Tuesday, and every
It's
Taco
Taco
Tuesday we pretty much go to this
Tuesday.
place. Can we just shout it out? Because
we really need to ask them for some damn sponsorship. That's
We
what we
do.
need to do, because we
Yeah.
go there every single Tuesday and we talk about them all the time. But shout out to Adelita's on South Broadway.
they're
We
amazing.
eat there way too much,
Pretty much once a week.
at least.
She said at least. Every
yeah.
Tuesday and sometimes on
Sometimes
Thursdays or
on-
Wednesday or some random
Well,
day.
this is the really funny thing is I'm about to go there for lunch and I might be going back for dinner today in one day.
Twice in
so
one day.
That might actually happen.
Try something new.
But we might actually go to this other taco spot.
I went to another taco spot last
I
Tuesday
like
for
Mexican
dinner.
food. I ate Mexican food yesterday.
What do you
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
eat
can I
that
talk
every
about
day.
this?
You
I
got
went to
tacos?
another taco spot.
If it depends, I have to. Every place is different because of my
Or bean
diet.
burritos.
I can't eat flour tortilla.
Oh, okay. So what do you usually get?
everything like when we go to I get veggie tacos.
Oh, nice.
I don't get any meat, and I get corn, and they know I have to have the special rice and the special beans, and they're cool about it. That actually is why I like Adelita so much, because they're really.
They don't give you any grief.
They don't. They're super. I'm high because I'm like, wait, what am I saying? No,
They're super dairy and gluten free. But I went to another taco place last Tuesday
You
for
tried.
dinner.
You cheated.
I did cheat, and then guess what I did? I picked up the waiter.
You are so funny.
It's true. He's cute. He had a great looking beard. I almost asked him if I could sit on his beard.
And beards are so like, to me.
I love beards, and I almost asked him if I could sit on his beard.
Can't do it.
Almost asked him if I could sit
Like
on
I
his
have
beard.
done it. I'm not saying I haven't.
So
It
it's
takes
a
a
little
certain
too forward.
way. You gotta try everything once. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that was like, and I felt like maybe that would be like some kind of sexual harassment to talk to him like that.
No, sexual harassment is
Like,
only
he grabbed his
like
butt.
at work, right?
I don't know. No, sexual harassment.
It could be like
is,
anywhere.
Is verbal.
What?
Verbal like assault, like sexual assault. verbal,
Interesting.
sexual harassment.
Either way.
But I don't know, like, so I just asked him, I was like, are you single? And he's like,
Like,
yes.
the fucks I have to give about men being sexually harassed are,
know.
like, next to...
None.
Well, no, I might have, like...
I have sympathy for, like, my brother who's gay. And I feel like he's got bright blue hair, he walks, you know, wears designer clothes, like looks like that.
But honestly, I just felt like that was a little too forward.
That's
pretty
kind of my
inappropriate.
That's kind of my
pretty much a cunt when it comes to...
I just felt like it was a little too forward and a little inappropriate. And so I was just like, are you... Because I don't know, like, I was like, are you in a relationship? Like, can I have your number?
I think it made his day.
Another thing I probably wouldn't think to ask.
I asked him, I was like, can I have your number?
I don't care. Not my department.
Right.
I don't even know, like, I don't know, like, why even ask? Like, I just...
No, that's my point. I'm like, why?
I don't even really give a shit, honestly.
But it's not that I don't. I do, but I feel like it's their responsibility to say something. I'm not investigator, gadget guy. I don't know.
But then I asked if I could pass them around to my friends. I did. Oh my god, I think that made his night.
I think, dude, I was just gonna say, I'm sure dude's pretty much like that.
He was like, I must be looking good today.
Yes.
Also,
my beard,
I would actually be kind of offended if somebody said that.
Well, I was respectful up until that point.
Again,
I was just like,
the fucks I have.
Actually, I was just like, well, when I'm done with you, can I pass you around to my friends? And he was like, yes.
But I'm sure that's like a guy's dream.
I kind of love that you're flipping it on them too.
Mm-hmm.
That I did that like that?
Well, that's very unexpected.
Roll.
Yeah. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me want to do it just to fuck with somebody.
It was hilarious. Yeah. He was just like, yeah. I'm all about that.
Oh, bless.
And then, like, me and this girl that I was hanging out with that night, we decided to go right outside the restaurant, like, was the bathroom. Like, you had to leave the restaurant. It was, like, I don't know, in some weird shopping area. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But we, like, right outside the restaurant door, like, we took our boobies out and snapped a boobie picture and texted it. And we're like, what's up? And then I went back and sat down. And then I tried taking a picture of him very nonchalantly, like, you know, like taking a selfie with him in the background. And he totally caught me 100% in the middle of it.
Oh, it was like that time with me and Hickenlooper.
Oh, but it was worse. It was so much worse. He even looked at me and posed.
Oh, that is worse.
Oh my god. And like, I turned so red, like, I just couldn't even look at him for a good couple minutes. And then I did eventually get the photo, but I'm sure you already knew it. But it was funny. I've been having fun.
That's good. That's good. You needed to get out and, like, vacate.
Decompress.
I need to really bad too.
You need to, yes, you do.
This is my first kid-free day in, like, over a year probably that I didn't have, like, just to work or something.
Well, damn, I was gonna work out in between events, but now I might have to have a margarita. I don't usually like to drink and then work out.
Well, then don't drink and work out. Just drink.
I know. That's what I was just saying. I was gonna work out.
Well, then don't.
Let's work out later tonight.
But I'll have drink. I'm planning to drink more.
Yeah.
I mean.
And excessively. In case somebody's listening, bitch.
And I'm just saying, if you're gonna have a margarita, maybe I will.
I'm definitely having one.
Well, damn. You know, it's not like I don't know how to work out on alcohol. I've done that before.
Mm-hmm. I do it almost every day.
Yeah, I was gonna say I used to be a pro at it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's very important to hit it again because I hit it so hard last night.
When I drink.
Yeah, I feel like I get a good workout out of it.
Well, one time I actually like did my heart rate and I was like, oh, this is kind of dangerous.
Right. Right.
Hey, another thing on CannaMama Clinic that we are not recommending for everybody today.
Don't do that.
Don't do this. Learn from us. Don't be stupid. I always say that. People are like, oh, you give such good advice. It's like, because I'm really stupid. I've done a lot of dumb things.
Trial and error.
And I have no filter, so I just talk about it. It's like, so you get to learn off of my stupidity. Yay.
Yay.
So, okay, that sounds fun.
She said, okay, that sounds fun. I love it.
That took like really a lot of twisting my arm.
I know. Oh my God, Gina.
Super fun. No, I'm excited for tonight though, and I don't know. Like I had to decompress on my own. You know, I didn't go anywhere, but you know, I didn't have you around, so I've been very into paperwork and things of that nature. So nothing exciting that we want to talk about on the radio.
Okay, well, it's almost 1 o'clock. That's so weird to look up and be like,
We still have an hour.
Let's see. I went to North Carolina and blazed the fuck up. I actually kind of want to talk about this. I was talking about it in North Carolina. If you're watching our live, I'm sitting here wearing a cannabis leaf necklace and earring. It's like a choker.
So
And I literally wore this and my CannaMama shirts while I was home in North Carolina. And it's not legal in Carolina. It is slightly decriminalized.
I feel like that's common knowledge, but maybe it's not.
But maybe it's not. I don't know. Like, I don't know how.
When I just think of certain sections of our country
that are legal.
That are like, you're like, oh, I don't want to get busted.
Like, I rocked my leaves and, like, I don't know how many cops I passed, and, like, I went through airport security, etc. with it, and
They
nobody.
didn't give you more shit. Maybe they thought they were like, you know, make-believes.
Like, and really,
Kudos.
that's actually the whole point of this. But no, like I told him I was
Get in trouble.
no, like I just,
not a good suggestion.
I just like yeah, I was like
that's a better plan of action.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
I
and
educate
people need
people.
to kind of like
I
stay
was
in
like-
their lanes. You know,
I
I
know
Don't
why
cross
I-
over the bold line.
20 years, I might say.
we do, and
Like
she's
when we're like
like
standing, because I still feel the stigma.
Yesterday, and they want to send somebody to my home every
Are
Monday.
you nervous about that too?
I'm almost going to tell them no. I just have had bad experiences with CPS.
And I was pleasantly
That's good.
surprised. And I'm like, maybe things are changing.
Changing.
Because then you know what is weird is Dr. Dennis dude. He was like, yeah, because I know his fiance too, or I don't think they've gotten married yet. But he's like, you need to talk to A, and you need to tell her about like what you're into because she's super pro cannabis and she's a chiropractor.
Nice.
And she, you know, just went off on this whole tangent. And I'm like, you know, professionals are starting to
acknowledge it.
Yeah.
see the
recognize
light.
it.
But I can see where your concern would be for
It's just my
it's
kid.
state, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's state.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it's child bind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
I mean, it's just to me any
They
kind
do
of
that for
in-home.
preschool too.
And well, yeah, and like she does qualify for all free preschool if I go through the program, and she can start early, and everything is kind of given to her. She gets an extra 2 hours a day after preschool for speech therapy too.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's a really good program, but the last time she was in a program was up in Westminster, and I took her to like the place. They had like a little room they played in and everything like that. I like that a little better. I could drop her off and leave her. It was kind of like a little break for me as well. So I'm thinking about calling them again. It's a little bit of a drive, but I really don't want anybody at my house. I'm kind of a private person like that as is, you know. Like
Well,
I've got animals, and it's a small apartment. It's not like it's a house. You know what I mean? So I just don't want to have all my stuff out or something misplaced or
Yeah.
you know.
It sucks that it has to feel that way though.
I agree.
But that's exactly how.
I would.
But it's
want
not
them in my
risky.
house
It's not
either.
worth it. It's not worth the risk to me. I guess it's just.
See, for me, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I'm a weirdo. I'm just about to point out how weird I am because I won't want to have that conversation with the cashier at wherever. You know, like when we're having a conversation with just like anywhere, that's where I do that stuff a lot. You'll talk about it in public all the time. People will just have a pointless conversation with me and I'm like,
I kind of gauge the person.
But
before
when
I
it
talk
comes
about
to other stuff like that, I'm like, test me.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I am with that stuff.
I do.
So if it were me, I'd be like, no, my kid's gonna get this, and you're not gonna inconvenience my ass.
Right.
You're gonna come to my house because this shit's not illegal, and I'm not doing anything.
Well, part of
wrong.
me just thought, what if I just don't smoke during the day? If the smell's still lingering, it's still
But
lingering.
it's not illegal.
It's well,
Are you
according to
in-
CPS, actually,
You can't smoke in the
cannot
house.
smoke in the house with any child under the age of 16. That is the state law. So, in that term, it can. I just get nervous about the whole thing.
I understand that it's still bullshit.
And I
they
guess I
don't-
just
they
feel
don't-
that I think I'd rather do this somewhere else. My house just, it's not super for me. I don't like this. So I'm
That's bullshit. bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish I could have enough, like, I just feel like when I...
No, but I understand, like, why you're concerned, too, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and especially if it's going to be sick people in your house.
And she says they smoke in the house and they have her
Going through your house.
Yeah, she's like, they just sit in the living room.
You need to get yourself a nice air purifier.
I like those smoke candles too.
Yeah.
Have you tried them?
No. I have a big old air purifier
Nice.
that's like crazy.
Perfect.
The front room. Because, you know,
I need one of those.
like we blaze.
And I have cats.
Cats.
3. Small
really?
apartment.
I have one.
I have one.
That's funny. Don't end up. Those memes on Facebook are hilarious, anyways.
I'm
pretty
I'm just
stoked.
like, why is that a bad thing? Does that mean I'm
Honestly?
actually the cat lady? Because I
Yes,
don't even
because
see
I
anything
think
wrong with
I
it.
literally wear a robe around my house all day long. I tried to wear my pajama pants here, and Amanda made me change. So does my
I
boyfriend.
didn't make her.
Okay, I said, are they this bad? They're black, okay? So they're not like
super
actual.
baggy.
Okay, but they're so comfortable.
I actually just threw away some of my favoriteest ones like that.
You know?
I looked at her and I was like,
I wore
She
them
just
in
gave me
public
this
often.
look. She gave me this look, and I was like, okay, I'll change.
Isn't that a good friend?
But yeah,
That
I
is a good
definitely
friend.
worth it.
I am that person too. Like, I'm actually trying to not look like a slob. It just all clicked.
Oh man.
Okay,
vagina
so
to
I have
set
had-
it on fire.
I've had issues my
With that?
whole life of like using shoes.
No shit.
Or like, do you have to get tested for each thing?
I am
Do you know?
going to do whatever I have to do to find out what
Like
is making me sick.
acupuncture? Is that what you have to
You
do?
have to
No,
go
we
to
go
an
to an
allergy
allergist.
specialist.
And they like test it.
Oh yeah, so
Yes.
they did it for my.
It's like a trial and error.
Like,
Kind of, but for
they just
me,
make a little mark on you, like barely scratch you, and it is.
Yeah,
And so
I
they
think
know.
I'm slightly allergic to my cats.
So they know.
you could find that out pretty easily. For
Yeah.
food, it's actually a little bit harder, and there's foods at high, medium, and low levels that are likely to have a pretty
High reaction.
Yeah, from high to medium to low reaction.
So like sometimes you can be like reacting and not even know it.
totally,
Oh, pretty
and
much,
sometimes you might not know that. Okay, you
Or you're having an allergy reaction inside of your body and not even really realize it. Like my son was allergic to shrimp, and it showed up on his test, like when he was little.
so your body will be fighting it on the inside, bloating.
I had no
pooping,
idea.
Like the things that you're like, why are my poops so weird? Because you're having a food allergy or whatever. And I'm not a doctor. Please go, if you're listening, go to your doctor, find this stuff out, do your research, talk to an allergy specialist like yourself. But I'm just talking about from my own experience of what I figured out because of latex, which is weird. But yeah, like so many foods. And this is the other thing, like you might not have a reaction on one, but if you eat 2 foods together, boom, reaction. So like your body can handle like certain amount of latex exposure, but if you cross them, then you're like, ah. So there's something.
There's so much into it, huh?
Yeah. So when I eat cayenne pepper on edamame, FYI, deathly. And I didn't realize why. I was like, every time I would get sick, and I'm like, oh, they're both on the list, and they're on that like cross-reactive thing. Shut up.
I feel like everything kind of makes me sick. I don't even know where to start.
Dairy.
Yeah.
All of it.
That's what I've been telling her.
100%.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I
Not
told you?
even just a
Yes.
little bit. Like you said, well, cheese doesn't make me that sick. And I'm like, in my mind, I just went bullshit. But I wasn't going to say that. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You have to think of it. It's not actually cheese. It's equine secretion. It's fucking cow breast milk. That's nasty.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the way
Well, I mean,
we
cheese
get
in
it and
general
what
is
those
like
animals
mold
go
as
through.
is.
And plus, you have, if you look at it from a feminist perspective as well, like they're ripping those babies from those moms and keeping these women, female cows hooked up to machines for what?
Yeah.
For
It's
us
just
and
all
not for
gross.
their baby.
Yeah.
It's all gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I know.
Ditch dairy.
Dairy.
But yeah, it does make you sick.
Yeah.
So like you can't just eat like a little bit because it takes like 30 days to get out of your system. I
It
am
takes a
still-
long
Do you
time.
eat fish? Or no? No.
What?
Do you eat fish?
I mean, I eat still meat, so I am not vegan. I'm plant-based. So plant-based is like you try and keep it down to 10%.
Okay. Okay.
I try not to. Most
So that
of the
way,
time
when
I
you do,
choose
if
not
you
to.
do have something like chicken
I
broth or
make
something,
it.
you're not super sick. You're still. Do you feel like that way? You feel like the healthier
if
you
I
get.
eat ground beef, I'm super sick. Period.
Yeah,
End.
like the healthier you get, the more your tolerance for that stuff goes.
Hell
so
yes.
Oh,
if I
absolutely.
Eat, if I eat gluten, if I eat dairy, I know it.
You're like right away.
I know it.
Yeah, yeah.
I got so. Remember when I fell off the wagon? That's what I say now. When I do this. after Pueblo, we talked about it.
I know.
And I got
cheesecake.
I fucking cheese. What the fuck was I thinking?
It's so good.
It was so good.
You probably were like, this is the last time, and you knew it.
I just went crazy because it started with the Twix.
These are all started with the Twix.
Damn you!
Once I had a Twix, I couldn't stop.
Yep.
But it was
addictive.
But it was also, it is. Thank you for having my back, because I almost forgot to point out that it's crack. It really is addictive. It acts like cocaine or heroin in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And
my daughter goes nuts for cheese, and I kind of hate it. Like nuts. Like
my daughter hates it.
Screams at me for it.
cheese. Oh my God, Amanda, that's not good.
But I didn't that wasn't me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, mine's pretty picky about that.
And I don't mind once in a while having a cheese stick, but damn, you can't have 5 today.
When I used to eat that stuff, I would eat big old
mozzarella
bowl full
sticks.
of cheese curds. Yes, they're so.
Do you remember Sam number 3 dipped in ranch?
Oh my God, yes, all of it, marinara and ranch.
You guys are making me really hungry.
I really cannot wait to get some
now.
Can we stop talking about how delicious dairy actually
tomorrow?
It is.
Look at how addictive
I'm
it
getting
is.
cheese
Look
today.
This is the facts. I'm glad we went off on this little crazy train.
This is our brains on drugs.
Well,
because
because God too, but you get the munchies.
You have to choose healthy stuff.
Yeah.
You have to.
And my mom
I just
always
don't.
had it, and it's so gross. I'm such a taste person, and I think I got addicted to fast food because my mom made such
You
healthy
know
food,
what, though?
and I hated it.
Seriously
I
though,
hate it.
your taste buds do adjust over time.
Yeah, I think
Because
now that
it's
I'm an adult, I like that stuff way
Yeah.
more.
And no more. It'll make my stomach hurt.
Okay.
Too minty. But yeah. Anyways, if your tummy's hurting, you have to. Because you know what? Then the reason why we talk about this stuff a lot is because people are like, "Oh, but I smoke cannabis, and that's gonna make me just fine." You know,
They'll treat your symptoms, but you have to
like
go
a
to the
Band-Aid.
root of the cause.
It is a Band-Aid.
It's a Band-Aid.
And eventually cannabis, like any other drug, your tolerance is going to go up,
Well-
which means it's going to cost more, it's going to be less effective. You really can't, or shouldn't, I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but you shouldn't abuse it. You should learn, why am I feeling like this?
You know, I'll tell you what, when I had hypermesis and I smoked, even afterwards I went and got an endoscopy, and they told me sometimes it'll help mask the pain, but sometimes it can actually trigger your stomach to throw up just because it's so used to it.
Used to the cannabis,
Mhm.
so they're talking about cannabis hyperemesis.
And so they told me that. Obviously I didn't stop, but
The
I
ER doctors are really liking to tell people that these
yeah,
days.
and I thought, I was like, I could kind of see that sometimes. Well, and for me, I also smoke tobacco, and I know that I have a lot of stuff that I can tell that the cannabis doesn't hurt as much as the smoke when that would happen.
It's wild.
I have to say though, going back to taking care of I don't know, under your underlying issues in general. It was funny because I went back home and my mom was just like, "Oh, Amanda, I made coffee, blah 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 blah," and I looked at her and I was like, "Oh, Mom," I was like, "I don't drink coffee anymore."
Yeah, I look at coffee as I would say a naughty treat. Every once in a while, I'll get my Starbucks. The other day, I went on live with my Starbucks, and I was like, if Amanda sees this, she's gonna roll her eyes.
I would roll my eyes so
She
hard.
hates it.
I got sick. I gotta get some.
But I do
tea.
get it with coconut milk.
I may do.
I just still don't.
But honestly,
and it does make me sick. Every time I drink it, it makes me sick.
I got a passion fruit iced tea, and it was really good. It didn't make me sick.
I went to the coffee. Okay, I went to this place, this coffee shop that is back home that is really near and dear to my heart. And as much as I really love their coffee, I actually got some berry tea that was not decaffeinated. It was not. There's no caffeine whatsoever in it.
Nice.
Because I'm on this huge no caffeine kind of thing.
Yay.
Because it really caffeine really triggers my anxiety, which I treat with cannabis. This was the whole point of the story.
You're so why would I do something that's gonna trigger my anxiety to where I have to smoke more weed, basically?
Pretty much, yeah. I'll drink decaf coffee. I will. And I had a sip
my
of
addiction.
That.
Yeah,
I had a sip of her soda, and that was about it.
Love
It's
soda.
So bad for you.
I
so bad for
know.
you.
But I've
you
actually
know-
cut back quite a bit, but it's my
The
naughty.
other, what was it, 3 weeks ago, when I had when I like climaxed over Big Red up in the studio.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
I still drink it every once in a while. Like,
so like I'll have a sip of something like that, a sip, but that's about it. Like
I even switched my drink at the bar. Like I used to be like a Crown and Coke or like whatever. Now Crown and Cran. People are always like, what?
What?
What? That's like the weirdest drink ever.
I like tequila.
Oh yeah, but that gets me shitty fast. Too
so
fast.
I'm a vodka and cranberry kind of girl.
I feel like I amateur when I order that.
Really?
I hate vodka. I think I drank too much of it when I was like, younger.
I love vodka.
Vodka and Cran is like the first drink.
That's
Yeah,
that's
vodka
just
orange
my
juice for
drink,
me.
period.
I think I threw it up so much that I can't
Vodka
touch
and
it
cran is,
anymore.
well, vodka I can get so drunk on, and I'll puke my face off, and then I'll be the first one up making breakfast in the morning.
I love
Dun,
Crown.
dun, dun, dun,
Uh-huh.
with a little cannabis on the side.
Pretty much.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Cannabis. But even there again, what is the cause of that? Drinking too much. You can't just cure everything with cannabis.
Well, and sometimes
and
I do get the spins.
Hangovers, though, it's great.
Mm,
for
I
me.
totally.
So
I'm
nice.
joking.
It's so nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
like.
It's pretty rough today for me. I think I had a
Oh, because it was your first day back.
Before I got there, my regular already started a tab for me at the bar. So I had like 10 shots before 12 for sure. But I didn't drive. I did not drive. So I was like, it's okay for me to relax
Indulge.
a little. And I came home. I slept pretty good, but
She's like,
I just
I would think so.
I would sleep pretty good too after that.
No, I was laughing because earlier this week, I think I even posted on Facebook because I was making fun of myself. But I drank like 3/4 of a bottle of wine by myself, and I haven't done that in a long time. I used to drink like a bottle of wine to myself, like no problem, just lickety split. And like no reaction, and I was like, whoa, my tolerance has gone down quite a bit. But I thought that was good.
that
I
is
was
good.
like, yeah, because I have, but mine is mostly vanity.
Yeah, I only really like to drink socially or when I'm at work. I really can't sit at home and drink wine. I actually just hate the way alcohol tastes, so that's why I do shots. I like to chase it.
Honestly,
Just get it
I'm
down.
old, so I'm old, and
I can drink wine.
Yeah,
It's having the class.
I seriously cannot
Have the whole
stand it.
bottle.
Have the whole bottle as you're
That's
sitting.
what I'm like.
Like I'm sitting there doing work, and it's like pour.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm a wine kind of person. I'll either have wine, beer, or vodka. Those are my drinks. Like,
I'm like
really.
such a taste snob, and I cannot find a wine that I like at all.
Oh, not me.
I drank
like
a
anything.
$17 glass of wine last night at the airport.
I left a whole bottle of
that's just because
Moscato
it's the
at your
airport.
house.
But it made me sleep on the plane at least.
Nice. That's the best.
I needed it.
Too bad you couldn't be like, wouldn't it be cool if you could go to the airport and like sit in like a smoker den and get super, super baked before you fly?
Like they have the smoker den for cigarettes
Yeah.
and cigars.
Not
would be
anymore,
so
not really.
No.
They do
Mm-mm.
for like the
Check it
VIP people. You have to go to the special like.
The special area.
Yeah.
For the VIP people.
I don't know. It's like a little. You kind of flash.
Yeah,
they do
it's
have
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
this.
it's huge.
But yeah, wouldn't that be neat? Why is and that even made? Did I talk about my thing with Coors Field?
No.
Did I tell you about it at
No.
all? Fuckers.
No, you didn't.
Can I go
Oh.
down?
Yeah, do a dab. It's 20. We got 25 minutes. Can you do a shout out to our sponsors really quick?
Yeah.
And then we're talking about Coors Field.
Okay, so we are going to give a shout out to GS Garden, Kind Meds, 710 Pipes, King of Quality, Simply Pure, THC Custom Promos, Grass Trays, The Clinic.
I actually didn't miss anything, and I didn't take a wrong turn, and I was going the right way the whole way.
Oops.
Not the mouse in my pocket this time. My husband and my kids. And we have 4 tickets. And the last time we went to our deal, we had to like talk to the guys to get in, and they were all Mr. and Mrs. and please and thank you and this and that. The next week, I'm snapping a lot this week. The next time, it was a couple weeks later, we go back and we do cheap seats. It was like kind of a random thing. We didn't know we were gonna go. We were just like, wanna go do this? Sure. Start by, get 3 tickets, whatever, and go in, like through the security, and it was just like whatever. This lady opens my bag. I knew I've been there plenty of times. I know the thing. Usually I'm a little smarter, but I wasn't planning to go, so I didn't really think about it, didn't pay attention. She opens my bag, and I don't have it anymore because I had to fucking throw it away.
Oh my god, what was it?
It was a container from a dispensary. So I think she, like, right away she noticed it because it was bright blue. It wasn't like a regular, whatever. And she gets this look on her face of disgust. And she's an older lady, gray hair.
Probably voted for Trump.
Probably. And now, mind you, this is Coors Field.
Right.
Okay? Obviously a major baseball field, but the title is what I'm emphasizing. Coors. God damn it. And she pulls it out all slowly, like I think I'm being sly and shit, which I'm not. If I'd been sly, she would have never saw it. And she's like, this isn't allowed. You can't bring this in here. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, whatever, give me my shit. Like, I kind of, like, grabbed it from her, grabbed my bag and everything. Like, didn't even give her a chance to say anything because my husband and my kids had already gone in. I was the last one. They had the tickets. She was just searching my shit. And so then they have the tickets. They're inside. I kind of go down the street and I'm pissed. I'm talking shit. Pulling myself. I'm like, I don't want to throw my weed out because, like, it's not even that much, but it was principle.
Right.
I could have just given it to the kids that were like, or not kids. Kids to me. I'm 35.
Right.
The youngsters hanging out. They were like early 20s probably. Obviously, I wasn't giving it to children. That isn't what I meant. But yeah, these youngsters that were hanging out right there, because they totally saw what I was doing. They were laughing at me, and it was just like this ordeal. And they weren't going in. I think I'm being sly, and I dump the bud into another part of my purse or whatever, and I go
back.
But my husband's like, no, go down to the other side. Go down the other side. I'm like, whatever. So I go down, still think I'm being sly. Of course I'm not being sly. Yeah, they're on the radio. She's coming. Right away, this guy, like, pulls me to the side, and he's like, there was a problem at the other gate. Your ticket's not valid, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, my family's inside, and she told me to go throw my bud out, and so I did throw my cannabis out. Thank you very much. I didn't, though. I just told him I did. And he was like, well, I have to check your bag. And I was like, okay, really? Like, she just checked my bag. I just threw it out, and you have to check it again. And he's like, she said she watched you just put it right back in your purse. And I was like, fuck. I'm such a troublemaker. And I was like, at this point, it was just, like, on. Because I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, it's discrimination. Like, alcohol all over the stadium. Like, my children are subjected to this. And he's like, it's stadium policy. I was like, well, your policy's bullshit. Like, and he's like, well, do you have the cannabis on you? And I'm like, no, I told you I threw it away. He's like, well, I have to take everything out. And he starts taking everything out one by one. And I'm like, this ass, right. And I'm yelling, discrimination. I'm being a bigger ass. And then finally, like, she comes over. I get all my stuff and I like start putting it back in. And she comes over and she's like, no, I know it's in there. I know it's in there. And I'm like, he just checked my bag. I was like, he didn't find anything, so you're gonna make me check my bag again. Well, this will be the third time I check my bag, and this is over like less than an eighth of cannabis. Like, this is really ridiculous. And I'm telling you, I threw it away. And then she's like, well, I'm saying that I saw you put it back in there. I go, well, he's saying he didn't find it in my bag. So which one, are you the liar or is he incompetent? Which one? And they both looked at each other, and I think he was her boss, and I called him incompetent, and he was like, no, I checked it. It's good. She can come in. And I walked through the gates, and I was like, yeah! Woo!
Damn! Where did you hide it?
I'm a fucking G, dude.
Okay, yeah, but...
I've been doing this since I was, like, 13.
Okay, that's great, but where?
2 years.
Okay, and then where?
You know how give me my bag. I have it.
Please.
Thank you, darling.
Just throw shit on the floor, why don't you?
You know how I am. And when I realized, started being, like I said, my stuff. And then when she comes over, I start grabbing everything back and start shoving it back in there.
Nice.
Like, no, you're not checking my shit.
Smart. There.
I was just like,
it's not a weapon.
I I mean, I did have a pipe and lighter on me too, which oddly they never found. These people are just assholes.
Well, and you're upset.
But I their story. In a studio called Coors, where people are getting
Field.
shitty
Isn't it
on
like
the
recreational?
field naked while my kids were there. I've seen it.
Oh my god.
This crack whore.
How dare you?
How dare you? It was rude. I was
Yeah.
and that's what I told her boss too. I was like, teach us chicks and manners. So screw you, Coors. I'll be back with my cannabis.
You're a liar.
No.
You're incompetent. That cracks
Start
me up.
hurling insults.
Yeah,
like,
it was
well,
funny. I wasn't trying to smoke in the stadium. I'm like, it wasn't like it was a Pepsi Center or something.
It's not a closed space. You're still outside.
Well, I mean, I was making jokes because at concerts I'm ablaze. I don't care.
I don't give a shit at concerts either, even in close concerts and
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
the Red Hot
Inside.
Chili Peppers at Pepsi Center. That was a great concert.
I've smoked in many of places.
Shit, we've like
That's
brought
the best.
joints and then put them out on the floor.
Yeah.
Oops. And on that note, so I'll be back, Coors. It cracks me up. It
With our
reminds me-
cannabis.
With my kids. I'm just laughing because when I got in, my 12-year-old was there too. He's like, "Man, Mom, you're always causing trouble." And he's like, "I'm so glad you made it in." He's like, "Do you have your cannabis?" And I'm like, "You know your mama has got her cannabis. Like, who are you talking to?" He was laughing so hard.
Like, of course you do.
Gotta teach him young. But yeah. It was
I'm gonna
funny.
start bringing little baggies with me so I can just dump it in a bag and put it in my boob.
Yeah.
I know you
I
can't
have,
quite do that.
I have so yeah. I have no.
But if you were wearing like this dress, you could
If
have.
you're wearing like a
Oh,
bra, you can.
if I was planning, I have all kind. I mean, look at the boobs. Hello.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
hella tricks.
Yeah.
But we bought the tickets, and because when I do anything, I was thinking, and I was like, wait, I always come prepared. Like I'm always carrying. So when I do anything, I have my butt on me. I didn't even think.
Shit, I'll walk into like a concert with like my butt all in my purse and not give a shit.
Well, remember Laura? She was working when I went to the last concert, and she actually was my door person. And I like gave a shout out on my Snapchat because I was like, well, that was easy because I reeked of cannabis that night.
I know Laura's like, have a good night.
Yeah, she knows me, so she's not giving me the shakedown. I mean, it's not like everybody doesn't reek of cannabis, but
Well, especially at a concert.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like
I'm-
more
I don't-
socially acceptable.
I'm not saying she didn't
of
do her job, but
places.
I just kind of like distracted her with hugs, and I was like, hey,
Nice.
that's cool. But I don't know. I actually, the concert I went before that, I wasn't that sly, and he found my blunts. But they weren't all ridiculous about it.
What did they say?
I just had to go to the back and fix some stuff and come back. I was like, okay.
Yeah, like I've never I just have it in my purse and like they kind of search through my purse and they're like, okay, have a good day.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
just
actually,
glance.
Pretty much.
saw, we had, because this works.
But I have a feeling it might change.
We had our blunts like in the swishers, like as
Mhm.
if they're just swishers. And it worked at the ball field because I had those too. They didn't even.
Did you see they have
do
those
anything.
heels at the back, the wedges
You can put them in there?
that open? Yeah, it's like a little.
Well, that's how I
Container.
got back in on the other concert, was in my bottoms and my shoes. I had to
Yeah.
step on them. But that guy, he actually opened it and pulled it out and did the sniff
Sniff.
test. I was like, yo, you just sniffed my butt, dude. He's like, this. You
It's
just
not loud.
took this wine,
And fixed it.
fixed it, and then talked to instead of having to go all the way back and get hurtful.
I'm gonna get you like one of those fake Pepsi cans.
I'll
Just-
take anything fake at this
Yep.
point, so I
You
don't
just
ever have to deal
open
with
it.
again.
Yeah.
And it's like
hide it.
weighted, so
Yep,
it feels like
and
it's full.
it's got like weird like mix in it, so it looks like
It
like you
feels-
can shake it and it's like that.
Oh goodness.
At
Ridiculous.
Champs Trade Show, they have a whole bunch of stuff like that. When they come to town.
I'm wondering if Coors would even let you bring Pepsi in.
Probably not.
Well, whatever. They've got a whole bunch of weird.
I know. I'm thinking. I'm like, lipstick. But the whole
Deodorant.
point was like, I just don't feel like we should have
Should
to
have to hide it. We should.
I wasn't breaking the rules. I wasn't smoking in unauthorized areas, you know. And
Right.
and this is the
your
other thing.
personal belongings.
And this
Like,
is the
come
other
on.
thing is he grabbed this. Do I have it in here? No, because I was using it last night, which is it might be in my other bag actually. Anyways, my Mary's. So I had that. He grabbed it and looked. He opened it and looked at it, and he didn't know what it was, and he put it back in. Remember when we had to go to the courthouse long ago, and they kicked us out for having Mary's?
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of the weird thing with in Colorado. Like it's you don't know who's gonna do what.
Yeah. Sometimes it's cool and sometimes it's not. It just depends on the day and the person.
Exactly.
Like, it really
Pretty
has
much.
no idea. Like, you could be anywhere.
And even if the policy says it's not cool, a lot of people don't even know what cannabis is in all of its forms.
Right.
Because he's kicking me out for cannabis
well,
in
and
the
like
flower
the
form.
the vape pens, like, they are just like the...
They look
the,
like
the,
cigarettes.
Yeah. Or like, the cigarette vape pens.
Cigarette
yeah.
vape, that's what I meant, I'm sorry.
Yep.
But yeah, and so, but then I was like, okay, but this is THC. Whether it's topical or
brownie
flower or whatever,
yeah.
you know, and you're discriminating me against this much, like literally, like, that's how much bud, like, I had brought with me,
Like what I
2 grams. I'm like, for the people that don't know what grams are, it was literally
like this much.
yes, it was that, literally that much.
It's not working on Facebook.
Oh, well,
Whatever.
I thought it was. I was like, for those people, this much, you know, a couple bucks. And I was just like, this is ridiculous.
It's funny. So I was wearing this necklace and this earring when I dropped off my rental car, and he's like, "Did you take out all your drugs and guns?" And I was like, "Yep, sure did."
Most
We'll
of them. Let me know if I forgot anything.
Right? I want to tell me I smoked all the drugs. Like, if I forgot anything, I guess it's all you, man.
With my tattoo, it's gotten weird. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, I can't even be like not about cannabis because I'm like, I tattooed it on myself, silly.
Do you regret it at all?
No.
No.
It's
I think
just
it's
funny
beautiful.
on times where I have thought about it, where I was like,
I have the word fuck tattooed on my back.
well, this one is actually a little different. Okay, I'll tell you. I was dressed business, and I did this one on purpose using my tattoo. I took off my jacket and I kind of rolled my sleeves up, and I was in front of like a bunch of people that were kind of like about cannabis, and I just kind of sat there and went,
Mm-hmm.
kind of clutched my chin, and my tattoo's on my forearm, like on the underside, so it was shining.
Nice.
I really
Way to make a statement.
yeah, exactly. And that's actually why I put it there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But anyways, I just keep thinking about food.
I'm so hungry.
I actually keep thinking about how much I need to pee and how hungry I am.
So I think for this hour, this is our first time at these hours, and
Definitely.
definitely
for how to do that. Yeah.
so if
Yeah. Find it. So.
I can't remember what it's called. I knew. Yeah. You're the kid. Yeah, my son had his birthday. Happy birthday, Molly.
Happy birthday. Hope it was a good
so were you were here?
I was
actually.
here. We yeah, actually, so for his party we went bowling, and on his birthday I took him to Olive Garden, and we went to
Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
And we had a lot of fun. Like, we played video games together, and he stayed up way late and way past his bedtime on a weeknight, and I spoiled the
I
shit
do
out of
that.
him.
I'm that mom.
And it was worth it. And then I took him home to his dad, and I was like, okay, good night, love you. See you when I get back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
day.
It was good. Like, I don't get to do stuff like that with him very often, so I kind of just got to seize the moment, and that was really nice.
That's super sweet.
I seized a moment this morning. I think it's important to do that. I bitch about my kids sometimes a lot.
I know.
Well,
I do,
motherhood
and then I
is
think
hard,
about how
though.
grateful I should be. I like go back and forth. I get so irritated, and I'm like, but it, like,
That's what I
I
did.
shouldn't be irritated.
I crawled back into bed with my daughter this morning. Oddly, she never does this, but when I got home from dropping off my son, long story, anyways, she was all snuggled up and sleeping, and I was like, I'm gonna snuggle up too. So I like got in bed, profile as she's sleeping.
It's just been a new gives a shit all day, so.
I haven't seen her in over a week. It's the longest that I've been away from
Them and oh my god, I'm gonna.
But then I want my space and my time, and then you get your space and your time. You're like,
I
I
miss
miss
my
them.
babies. So yeah, it's interesting. I've never been through as a human being.
Nobody really warned
Nobody
me
knows
for...
what the fuck it's like to be a parent until they're a
No, when
parent.
people are pregnant, how long?
Yeah.
Who knows? Does it ever go away? I don't think so.
Probably
It's
not.
like just this fear. And the world we live in is so fucked up.
Yeah,
So
my
it's hard.
husband's best
We were talking
friend's
about that
mom,
on the
she
way
always
over
says that it's like having your heart on a string that just
Yes.
goes out and you don't have any control.
Ugh.
And like,
here.
oh,
Like,
what
it's a beautiful and it's
what
amazing.
a horrific way to look at that. Just gonna stomp on a piece of my heart out there.
But
and
it's
gone.
true.
Yeah.
And there's just so much
Totally
fear
is.
and guilt and shame. And then you're just like, oh my God, it's never going to last forever. So just seize this moment. But then you're tired
Because
all the
there's so
time.
many good parts and happiness and
But I think it's just balancing who you are also with being a mom.
I
And
struggle with balance.
and being a mom means you have to be a cook and a nurse and a
Everything.
teacher and stuff like that. I suck at the teacher part. I'm pretty good at all the rest. But, and if you can't do that, you got to find help to help get them what they need. But it's hard. And there's no instructions or classes. In the book, don't read it. It doesn't help.
But what to expect?
Yeah, I think we should
For
write a
toddlers?
good one. Like a real life one.
A real
life
handbook.
one.
A CannaMama
What to
handbook.
happen when, I
Lock
wish
yourself in the bathroom and smoke a fucking... Your child is in a dangerous situation and played in the cat litter.
Oh my
And
god.
was like
Gross.
covered in it, and I seriously could not, and I knew that it wasn't like the safest situation.
I think I would have screamed. Oh, I think I said that last time we talked about
I
this.
think you did too.
I say I think I would have done that
She
because
said
I
she's no.
know I would
Yeah.
have screamed the scream of all screams that would have been like
cat litter is pretty gross.
why?
Oh, it was nasty.
My we're still working on that. But
It
that
was
is really
bad.
gross.
Oh my gosh.
He bathed with it.
He bathed in it, yeah.
Ugh.
With water and
With
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And poop and stuff. Oh, all of it, yeah.
And he had a
It was-
Grandel time.
Oh, I got a grand time. And,
Well, I'm
and
sure it's like sand.
I looked at him. I walked in the
It
bathroom.
stinks. How did he not?
What?
I don't even
Oh,
know.
God.
I looked in the
I
bathroom.
just had like a real
and
moment
it
there.
was just like,
Oh.
holy fuck. And I literally
Then
was
it's
just
something that
like,
you have to clean it.
I was
That's
just like,
like the worst.
I think I probably said, what the fuck, Nolan? And
What?
walked out.
What the fuck? Because he'd already been playing in it. Like an extra 30 seconds to 2.5
You were
minutes so
gonna say
that
30
you can
minutes.
like calm
Collect
down and
yourself.
collect yourself and medicate. It's not going to add that much more bacteria.
Just make sure he's not eating it.
Right.
Well,
Make
at
me
that
sick.
point, it's probably past
Irrelevant.
that too.
Like,
That's
I
true.
just, like, locked myself in my bathroom for a couple of minutes so I could medicate. And
Yeah.
then, like, I started to deal with it and told my ex, I was like, you have to go help with that. Like,
No!
You know it's everywhere. I just kind of my eyes glaze over.
Oh my god!
I don't smell anything anymore. Nothing but happy thoughts.
Okay,
Before I know
I
it's
highly
clean.
recommend anyone considering having a child at this moment to listen to the last 10 minutes
Yep.
of this.
But I'll tell you
This
what, it did
podcast.
prepare me. My new job, I take care of the elderly and disabled, and I have to do sponge baths and catheters and
Oh.
feeding tubes and things.
All
Gross,
those fun things.
gross stuff. But I think honestly, my child's disgusting, and she's really put me through the ringer, especially with the poop. She literally has
Especially with the poop.
like
My
I put her
son.
down for a nap, it's silent, and then she comes out and it's everywhere.
that was my
the
son.
cats. It's disgusting. It's so gross.
That was my son, and that's when I was like, fuck this potty training every 15
Mhm.
minutes. set
And
my
like
limit.
as she gets older, it's a lot better, but it'll be rare now. It'll be like once in a while, and I'm like, are you what? God, it's
Oh no!
Oh.
See, I don't do well with that stuff, so I would flip the fuck out. Thank you for not having that as my problem.
yeah.
Oh my gosh!
It's definitely testy for sure. It tests your limits, but then like I said, like I started
Reasons to medicate as a mother.
but I can't even medicate before I do it. I literally just do the
Reasons
trance
to
and
never
then
have children.
medicate. Yeah, for
Pro
real.
abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People
Like
always
they're
say,
cute. Just come
people-
babysit.
People always say,
Babysit.
"How can you be pro-abortion?" That's like you're talking about using abortion as birth control. I'm like, well,
it literally
clearly,
is.
but clearly you don't understand the full idea behind pro-abortion too.
Right.
It's full education on telling women not to.
Well, and
to
also, if you didn't want to have a
reproduce,
baby,
procreate, right.
it's not just the woman's fault that they're pregnant. I
Right.
hate that. Like, put a condom on. How hard
I
is
hate
that?
it how it's like, don't spread your legs. How about put a condom on?
And don't take it off before you.
This position
Don't take it
is
off
more
when
once
you're not
you're
supposed to.
already. There's two. This look. I don't give a fuck about the guys. I'm gonna be. I think I've said that already at this table today. I just don't give a shit. They're not gonna put the condom on. They're gonna do fucked up shit to take the condom off. They're gonna talk people out of wearing condom. But why? So I don't want to talk about their dicks. I want to talk to women. And I want to talk to women about the choices that they're making before they get pregnant and when they find themselves accidentally knocked up.
Well, we were talking
There's
about
no reason to be shamed about having an abortion.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Why are we having all these unwanted children that interfere with our plans and interfere with our
I had
lives?
babies are
unprotected sex
expensive.
this weekend. I had unprotected sex this weekend, and do you know what our conversation was? He's like, "Are you on birth control?" And I said, "No." He's like, "Are we trying to have babies?" And I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Ain't no babies ever coming back in this uterus ever again."
There's multiple options here.
And I was like, "I fully believe in abortion." And he's like, "Cool, me too." And that was
Moving
that.
right along.
Moving along.
Backup plan to if my charting fails.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's pretty, like, I'm not charting per se, but I know when I'm getting my period, and I can pretty much tell exactly when I'm ovulating. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty in tune with my body.
My thing is it just
It's common sense. Yeah, follow it, track it. They've got the app on your phone.
it's the full education. If we're teaching women about their bodies, about how people get. It's amazing how many people don't understand how the cycle of a woman works.
And I hate
when
that people push
people
birth
can get
control
pregnant.
down. It's so bad for your body.
I am one of those
Yeah,
people.
I can't handle it. So
Right.
you have to do it
Oh,
the
I thought you were
natural way.
saying you hate when people say, "Don't take birth control, it's bad
No,
for you." And I'm
but-
like, no, but I am that person.
No, but like I feel like it's just for me. I can't take birth control. My
I
body
can't.
can't handle it. So
I get,
I don't think it is
I
good for you.
get
yeah.
really evil.
I get a little
cry.
crazy.
I cry.
get really crazy.
I get
a lot.
crazy.
Yeah, I get sick too. I get headaches all the time. I can't handle the extra
So
estrogen.
it's not good. So, and I,
Plus, I have infertility, and that's pretty much what I told him. I was like, I have 2 babies thanks to science, so.
So I mean, like when you
If I
can't
did
take
get
it, you
pregnant.
have to track your ovulation and know. But if an accident happens,
Then have
Have an abortion.
Have
Exactly.
an abortion.
God, people act like it's a dirty word.
It's not.
Actually, I was acting like that not too long ago. Remember, she who shall not be named.
Oh yeah.
In front
around
of her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But I've grown. Look at this. Even in the last.
I've talked about
8
abortion in
months.
front of my son.
Yeah, I talked to my
I was
son.
raised really anti-abortion.
Well, I'm telling my children to not have children.
Women have alternatives.
Honestly,
and, yeah,
you
I
have
agree with
changed
that.
my perspective on it. I got a little offended at first, and then I started to understand it and realize it. I think I got offended because I think I would have made different choices.
I
would have made
offended a
different.
lot of people.
You know, I would have made. I think it just touches on your conditioning. You know, it kind of tests that, and then you're like,
The social
maybe I'm
conditioning
offended
of it all,
because
yeah.
it's right, and then you're like, but it is right, and then you're like, well, it makes sense.
Well, what you just said too is true. I would have made different choices too,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's the point of talking about it is to
Absolutely.
encourage women to make different choices so
And I
that
think
they do better than we do and
you
they can
have
have a
to be
different
ready.
life than we did.
And we're not saying don't have kids. Kids are great if you are prepared for them and you have the money and the time and.
I don't think
I don't
was
even.
ever
I don't
prepared.
even. I'm just gonna say this. I don't think that's a good way to say it because people think they're prepared
Right.
and they
Right.
fucking have no clue.
Mhm.
And so what I say is, even if you think you're prepared, wait even longer. Probably wait longer than the person who doesn't think they're prepared because you think you're prepared.
Right.
Because the fact you think you're prepared just tells me you have no fucking clue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to apologize for speaking the truth anymore about how big of a responsibility being a parent is because
It's
you
huge.
never get to leave.
Yeah.
You have to, like, even when you make plans and you go away, you have to come back.
Mm-hmm.
They're always, it's not like an animal that you can take to the pound and I know people get really pissed that they're like, animals aren't disposable. Bullshit, they are, because we have pounds.
Mhm.
We don't have pounds for like 8-year-olds. Like,
Mhm.
And a ton of animals on the street that get
That's-
enthused
that you just-
every year.
you just dump your I mean my mother dumped like 2 of our dogs and 8 of their puppies in just some place once upon a time when I was a small child. I fucking cried for I still obviously I'm talking about it. It affected me deeply. Like, people dispose of animals. You can't really do that with kids. Those people kill them. They abuse them. They neglect them.
Mm-hmm.
They tell them they hate them, which
Yeah.
they were never born. Like, these are the
What's
things.
the point?
They drag them from shitty apartment to shitty apartment. They leave them with drug abusing
Or by
baby
themselves.
daddies or by themselves.
Or locked in cages.
Or even worse, with boyfriends that don't give a fuck about them.
Mhm.
I knew
or
somebody.
that abuse them.
I knew somebody whose boyfriend in high school murdered her child
It's all over the news every week.
all the time.
Every week.
So that's what pro-abortion is.
And if you do not have a good support system, like your friends, family, like resources, things like that, it's
And if you think your
that
friends are
much
going to be
harder.
there,
they're not. No, I'm
They're
talking
not.
mom friends. I'm talking you better be babysitting their kids before you pop one out. You
My
better
thing-
have
but
those.
I think
in
that's
line.
even not even again. It's just look. It's that real.
so
So you
hard.
can't rely on anyone. You
You
can't
really can't.
rely on your parents. You can't rely on your friends. You can't rely on the mothers.
I just think it makes it easier when you do have good support.
oh, it does
Oh,
make it easier, but
absolutely.
you can never rely on it. You can never expect that ever.
And I think
even
the
when you
financial
think that they're
strain,
going to help
too.
you, even when they tell you that they're going to help you.
And like the financial strain too it's insane. It's
It
insane.
is.
I mean, even
It's a
right
killer.
now to live as a single human being is insane.
Yeah.
Let alone have
raising children.
2 kids, 1 kid.
Yeah. Rent.
And so the thing
bills.
is if like if you are, you know, there's just certain stages of your life where, and why would you do that to a child?
But I think
I
we're so-
apologize to my, and I've made all these mistakes, like first and foremost, chopping off his foreskin.
I did it too. Shout out to Gia's Garden, Kind Meds, 710.
Thank you everybody for listening. Again, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It sucks, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
it
figure
didn't
out
work.
what's going on with the Wi-Fi in
Definitely.
the studio.
Maybe it'll post after we're done.
We have
We have about
30
seconds left, so I don't think there's any more events. Oh, our new time. So we are going to still be every single Tuesday from
12 to 2.
2.
This is our new
12 to
time,
2.
12 to 2 now. So, if nobody has told you today, you are a good mother.
Thank you for listening, everybody. See you next week. Thank you, Raven, for being here.
Yeah.
Thank
Of
you,
course, thanks for
Raven.
having me. No, you're okay. Thanks for
All
having me,
right,
guys.
bye. Oh, my ears always feel
Yeah,
weird
so
after
weird.
2 hours with them on. Gosh, it's the weirdest. Okay.
Yeah, everything sounds so different, huh?
Oh, yeah, but my, like, the little